How's it? It's Kozo Hattori, founder of EverydayGurus.com, and I'm here to talk to you about loving men. I'm going to adapt a commencement speech that David Foster Wallace used for my own purposes. There's two fish, young fish, swimming, and they pass by an older female fish. And the older female fish says, "Hey boys, how's the water?" And the smaller, younger fish says, "Shut up, you old bag!" And they keep swimming along. A little while later, the smaller younger fish looks at the other younger fish and says, "What the hell's water?" I've added gender to the story for two reasons. First, I wanted to point out that men and women are judged differently in our society. And older women are often devalued because they don't fit the value of a woman, which is on attraction rather than on what they know. And the second thing is I wanted to point it out that water that surrounds us, that penetrates us, that binds the galaxy together, in our case, is patriarchy. Patriarchy surrounds us, but we have a tough time seeing it. And most of us don't want to talk about it. Whenever I bring up patriarchy, men feel attacked, and they should, because the truth about patriarchy is that it doesn't just attack women, it attacks men as well. Young boys are told, "Stop crying like a little girl," or "Toughen up," or, "Be a man." And it slowly builds a wall around their hearts. It cuts them off from their feelings, cuts them off from loving. To quote Pink Floyd, they build this wall and then suddenly they're a grown man and they're just comfortably numb. They don't really feel at all. Even men are taught, don't enjoy chick flicks, what they call chick flicks, because that's not very masculine. But if you really think about it, chick flicks are mostly romantic comedies. They're about love. They're movies about love. So if men don't enjoy chick flicks, they're kind of being taught to not enjoy love. They're kind of being taught not to value love. This is very debilitating for men. It doesn't allow us to be our full selves. It doesn't allow us to self-actualize. It doesn't allow us to love, basically. I have a funny story. Well, it's not really a funny story, but when I was a kid, my brother made friends with this guy, and he was part of this gang, and I was this nerdy Asian suburban kid, and my brother's friend was part of this gang, and they were tough, they were the tough gang. They used to all wear these like derby jackets, these brown derby jackets, and everyone looked up to them. No one wanted to mess with them, So when my brother made friends with this guy, we're like, "Oh, cool! Now we might not be the cool kids, but at least we'll be associated with the cool kids. Maybe people won't pick on us because we know this guy, So my brother asked him to go to a movie with us, and we went to go see E.T., the extraterrestrial, and we're watching the movie, and that part where E.T. dies, well, kind of dies, like they think he's dead, and I was trying to be tough, right? I was trying to be like, "Oh God, I'm watching this movie with Don, the derby jacket gang guy," but I couldn't help it. I just started crying, I had tears coming down my face, and I was like, "Oh great, you just blew it." Like this guy's gonna think you're a wimp. Now you're not gonna be able to ever be a part of this gang, or this guy's not even gonna want to hang out with you again. And at a certain point, I looked over at this guy. His name was Don, and I looked over at him, and he kind of glanced at me, and I could see tears coming down his face too. It's like he was crying too, and he was this tough derby jacket guy. And it was a very poignant moment for me because I realized that no matter how tough this guy was or how tough his gang was, that he was just like me. You know, he had a heart, he had softness inside, and we became good friends. Became good friends throughout high school, and we never talked about those tears. We never, I never said anything about it. He never said anything about it. And I think a lot of men have this same experience. You know, we 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 do feel those emotions. We do feel that love. We do feel that compassion, and but we're afraid to show it. You know, and we're afraid to be vulnerable in that way. So I'm asking all men to join me and the clown and others who are in this to make this change, to at least become aware of the system that exists right now and how there's inequality in the system and how there's not a level playing field, and how if we can help change that system, we not only will have a better place for everybody, but we'll have a better place for ourselves. We can once again become that young boy who cried during ET, and this time we won't have to hide those tears. We can, you know, we can finally heal, and that's the benefits of that are more than anything that patriarchy has ever given us. So I'm asking you to join us. I'm asking you to just start becoming aware, start opening your mind, and most importantly, opening your heart. Open your heart to women and other men who are advocating feminism, and see what happens. It could be a beautiful place.